What's up guys, Sky Kevin here, aka Kurtotic, and today I'm bringing you a quick look at the game for the Awesome by Daejoban Games. I'm going over the basic functionality of the game, as well as some tips and tricks to help you get ahead. So, let's get started. This is for the Awesome, a simple game made for smartphone and computer devices about base jumping. The controls are the simple WASD keys to move and the mouse to look around. It can also be played using the Oculus Rift for a better immersive experience. To get started, simply jump off the platform of any level you're on. The main objective is to make it to the bottom of the level and deploy your parachute with the spacebar, landing in one of the orange or red circles. What you're aiming for with this game is to get as many points as you possibly can. This then allows you to unlock new levels. There are two types of levels, the normal objective levels and the awesome levels. The normal levels are usually short and have some kind of gimmick, and the awesome levels are longer with checkpoints and are all about scoring as many points as possible. Now, to score points, there are a few extra things that you can do while falling. The first is something called a kiss, which is basically for every building you touch, it will light up and you get extra points. Similarly, there's something called a hug, which is given points for every time you stay near a structure for however long. There's also objects called spectators that will be red or blue. If they're red, you want to give them the finger by using the right mouse click button, and if they're blue, you want to give them the thumbs up by using the left mouse click button. Similarly, there are municipal buildings with green on them, which you can tag by pressing the control or middle mouse button. You also get points based on different square plates that will have varying values throughout each map. Lastly, there are birds which can be hit to gain some extra bonus points as well, but these usually tend to be far away from the buildings. The game itself is rather short and easy to get a hang of. It doesn't take itself very seriously at all, and you'll find quite a few jokes littered throughout the levels. So just keep at it, scoring as many points as you can, and eventually you'll have every single level unlocked. Tip number 1. There are things called bounce pads and portals which will move you back up to the start of the map. Use these to score different lines on the map that you might not be able to reach in just one jump. Tip number 2. Kisses are usually the best way to get points, other than things like birds or tagging buildings. Hugs will help your score, but the points are really about 1/5 of what kisses are. Tip number 3. The size of buildings do not count for how many kisses you get, so that being said, you want to go for buildings that have a lot of tiny objects, not very large buildings that are hard to get to. Tip number 4. Remember, although it may be best to go through the center of the map where the most obstacles are, there may always be hidden points along the sides of the map as well. Make sure you check behind these areas from time to time. Tip number 5. The accelerator plates may look tempting to get, but they don't really do anything for you in terms of points, so don't bother with getting these, as falling slower means you have more time to score more points. Tip number 6. Generally, kisses are worth about 1,000 points each, so put that into consideration when you're deciding whether to go for a group of objects or try to hit the bird in the distance. In comparison, hugs are worth 100 each, spectators are worth about 600 each, and finally graffiti and birds are 5,000 each. Tip number 7. Be very careful about deploying your parachute early. There's no way to undo this, so you end up waiting quite a while before you make it to the bottom or hit a building. Tip number 8. There's a map called This Is How You Land a Flying Nun. If you do this map over and over, it only takes about 30 seconds and you get 250 teeth every single time. All you have to do is aim for the orange landing circle, and it'll help you if you're low on points and need to get a few other levels unlocked. That's it for today guys. If you liked it, click here to go to my channel, or click here in the annotation above to go to one of my previous Lightning lessons. Feel free to leave a comment down below if this video helped you in any way. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.